All right, so let's dive right into this idea of social currency. It's like the first principle of viral marketing,
Yeah.
and it helps explain why some things, get talked about so much more than others.
It really is fascinating. It's this invisible force that really drives our conversations and, shapes perceptions. What we talk about really influences how people view us.
Exactly. Like if you're the first of your friends to tell them about like an amazing new band,
Yeah.
you suddenly become like the cool music friend, the
Right.
taste maker, and
Yeah.
you earn some serious social cred.
Precisely. And just like real money, everyone wants to earn more social currency. You know, it's all about that feeling of being in the know or being part of some exclusive group or even just like being someone with great taste.
So it's not just sharing information, it's sharing the right information.
Yeah.
Stuff that like elevates you,
Absolutely.
make you look good.
Think of it this way. Every time we shell something, we're making a statement about ourselves,
Yeah.
revealing our values and interests and knowledge.
It's strategic.
It is.
Okay, so how about some real world examples of how this works? Do you remember that crazy marketing stunt where Blendtec blended an iPhone?
Oh, yeah, the Will It Blend
Yeah.
campaign.
Yes.
That was brilliant. I think it really tapped into what we call inner remarkability.
Totally. No one expects a blender to pulverize an iPhone.
Right.
It was just so unexpected that it made it remarkable. And people just couldn't resist sharing it. They had to tell everybody they found the wow factor in something as ordinary as a blender.
And that's the key. It wasn't some fancy, expensive ad campaign. It was just the audacity of the idea that got everyone talking.
So finding the extraordinary or the unexpected, that's one way to create social currency. What are some other approaches?
Well, consider game mechanics. Take, for example, frequent flyer programs. Those status levels like gold or platinum are about more than just perks.
Oh, yeah. They've gamified travel.
Exactly.
Earning those higher tiers becomes an achievement, a badge of honor that people like to show off.
Exactly. It's a subtle way of signaling your experience and worldliness. Your gold status becomes a form of social currency that you earn by, traveling the world. And it shows people that you're a seasoned traveler.
And do you remember Foursquare? It was all about checking into places and earning badges.
Another brilliant use of game mechanics. It was a simple concept, but so effective, those virtual badges held real-world social value, offering bragging rights and making people feel like they'd won something, even if it was just a digital badge, on their profile.
It's amazing how something so simple could generate so much buzz for Foursquare.
Oh,
But there's more to it than just badges, right?
no, absolutely. Foursquare also tapped into this innate human desire to feel like an insider, like you're part of something exclusive. Think about a place like, please don't tell, that speakeasy bar in New York.
Oh, yeah.
It's hidden behind a phone booth in a hot dog joint. The very act of finding it,
It's a secret.
knowing the secret makes you feel like you're in the know.
I've heard about that place. No signs, no advertising.
Right.
Just word of mouth. That mystique definitely adds to the allure.
Precisely. It's the scarcity and exclusivity that make it so special. If you're one of the few who know about it, that knowledge becomes social currency, you're the one who can let your friends in on the secret.
Like you're holding the keys to a hidden kingdom. That's powerful.
Even something as mainstream as McDonald's uses this principle. Think about the McRib. It's not always available,
Right.
and that limited time offering creates a frenzy.
Oh, absolutely. People rush to get it while they can, and then suddenly everyone's talking about the McRib again.
Exactly.
It creates a sense of urgency and excitement.
Scarcity breeds desire. If you manage to snag a McRib while it's available, you've got bragging rights. It's like you've won a culinary lottery.
It's so interesting how these strategies work on so many different levels, from like high-end speakeasies to fast food chains. But is there like a wrong way to create this social currency? Can you overdo it?
There are definitely some pitfalls to avoid. One common mistake is relying too heavily on financial incentives. If you're paying people to talk about your product, it can backfire.
You mean like influencer marketing campaigns where people get paid to post about products on social media?
Sometimes, yes. While influencer marketing can be effective when done right, it really needs to feel genuine. If it comes across as too promotional or forced, people will see right through it.
So authenticity is key.
Absolutely. Social currency is all about genuine enthusiasm and a shared passion. People need to believe that you genuinely love the product or idea you're promoting.
Otherwise, it feels like a commercial. And who wants to be like a walking billboard?
Think about it this way. If someone recommends a restaurant and you later discover they were paid to do so, does that recommendation hold the same weight?
Not really. It just feels inauthentic, almost manipulative.
Exactly. Social currency is earned, not bought. It's about tapping into those intrinsic motivations that drive people to share, not forcing their hand with financial rewards.
So how can people or businesses apply this idea of social currency? What should we be focusing on?
Well, it starts with being mindful of the information you share. Ask yourself, does this make me look good? Does it position me as knowledgeable or helpful or connected? Does it provide value to others?
So maybe think twice before sharing another cat video.
Well, even a cat video can have social currency
Sure.
if it's genuinely funny or unique. The key is to be conscious of what you're sharing and why. Are you sharing it because you genuinely think it's great, or are you just trying to fill up your social media feed?
You know, you're right. I'm definitely guilty of mindlessly scrolling and resharing sometimes.
We all do it. But taking a moment to consider the social value of what you're sharing can make a big difference. Are you providing your friends and followers with something truly valuable, or are you just contributing to the noise?
Wow, you've got me rethinking my whole social media strategy.
And it's not just about social media. Think about your everyday conversations. Are you sharing information that's interesting or helpful or entertaining?
Like that time I figured out how to get free guacamole at Chipotle. I
Exactly.
told everybody I knew.
You were providing valuable information, and that made you a lunchtime hero.
I have to admit, it did feel pretty good to be in such high demand. But it sounds like this whole social currency thing is about more than just fleeting popularity.
You're right. It's about building a reputation. It's about building your social capital. It's about becoming someone people trust and rely on for information or advice or even just a good laugh.
Okay, I think this is starting to click. So we need to find things that are remarkable, incorporate those game mechanics, make people feel like insiders. But what if I'm trying to promote something that's not inherently exciting, like a new brand of toilet paper?
Even toilet paper can generate social currency if you find the right angle.
Really? Now I'm intrigued.
Think about what makes that toilet paper unique. Is it eco-friendly?
Yeah.
Super soft? Does it come in some wild color?
Well, there's this brand that makes black toilet paper.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your social currency right there. Black toilet paper is unexpected. It breaks the norm. People will talk about it simply because it's different.
Oh, I would definitely talk about that. Can you imagine going to someone's house and seeing black toilet paper in their bathroom? Instant conversation starter.
Precisely. It's about finding that element of surprise, that thing that makes people stop and say, wait, what?
So even the most mundane products can have social currency if you can make them stand out.
Absolutely. It's all about creativity and understanding what motivates people to share.
I'm really starting to get this. But is there anything else we should consider when it comes to creating this shareable content?
You know, there is one powerful tool we haven't discussed yet, storytelling.
Ooh, I love a good story. How do stories connect with social currency?
Stories are like Trojan horses for information. They're engaging, they're memorable, and they allow us to sneak in details about products or ideas without being overly promotional.
So instead of just saying, hey, this new phone has a great camera, I should tell a story about how I used that camera to capture an amazing moment.
Exactly. Stories add context and emotion and intrigue. They make information more relatable and shareable.
It's like that old saying, sell the sizzle, not the steak.
Precisely. People don't just want dry facts. They crave experiences and emotions.
Okay, so stories have this incredible power to make things stick. Do you have any examples of brands using stories effectively to create that social currency?
Think about the classic Jared from Subway campaign. It wasn't just an ad.
Yeah.
It was a story about a real person's journey.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jared, the guy who lost all that weight by eating Subway sandwiches. His story was everywhere.
Exactly. It was a brilliant campaign because it tapped into that human element. People were captivated by Jared's transformation. And in the process, Subway became associated with his success.
It made Subway seem like more than just a fast food chain.
Right.
They became synonymous with health and transformation, even inspiration.
It was subtle, but incredibly effective. People talked about Jared and his weight loss, and Subway was woven into that narrative.
It's amazing how they created a cultural phenomenon that simultaneously promoted their brand. They built that Trojan horse, sneaking their message into everyday conversations.
Precisely. But you don't need a dramatic weight loss story to create a compelling narrative. It can be something as simple as a funny customer service experience or a surprising product discovery, or even just a clever solution to a common problem.
So it's about finding the narrative potential in everyday situations.
Exactly. Look for those moments that spark emotion or surprise or intrigue. Those are the seeds of a great story.
And then figure out how to organically incorporate your product or idea into that narrative.
Yes, the product becomes part of the story, not the sole focus. experience.
I'm really starting to see how all these pieces fit together. Remarkability, game mechanics, exclusivity, storytelling. They all contribute to creating social currency by giving people something interesting and valuable to share.
And it's not just about getting people to talk.
Right.
It's about making them feel good about themselves and helping them connect with others and enriching their lives with valuable information and experiences.
So it's not about being a chatterbox.
Right.
It's about being a valuable member of your social circles. Someone who enhances the lives of those around them.
Well said. That's the essence of social currency.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener. I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for creating content and conversations that people will genuinely care about.
And remember, the most crucial ingredient is authenticity. Be genuine, be passionate, and the social currency will naturally follow.
Great advice. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us. I think our listeners are now well-equipped to go out there and generate some serious social buzz.
Yeah.
So until next time, keep those conversations flowing, and remember, everyone loves a good story.